Now, going over to the Cultural Part podcast, you have a WNBA player by name of, what's this? Angel Reeses. I don't think she's associated with the chocolate company. I don't think so. I don't think it's Hershey's like great granddaughter or something. I mean, it's obviously not, but she's complaining, claiming that, oh yeah, there's a hate speech in WNBA, which, I mean, that'd be a pretty tall order because that would suggest that they had fans that showed up and also fans that cared enough to actually say something and cared enough to say something pejorative, which, let's be honest, the WNBA is as interesting as watching paint dry. Now, that might be an insult to paint. Some shades of paint are quite interesting to watch dry in comparison to the WNBA. I'm sure someday they'll be financially viable. Haha, that's a joke because probably not. They've lost hundreds of millions of dollars, and their sugar daddy, the NBA, is the only reason they exist because they started the NBA as WNBA as a pet project, or they're bored, and that's the real person who actually funds the whole damn operation. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Jason Whitlock on X, and he says, quote, "Can anyone explain what happened? There's no proof of anything happened, and Angel isn't asked or required to explain what happened. We're just going to assume something happened. No proof, no accusation. This is the Matrix." I'm so sorry. I should put a visual disclaimer on this part of the show because you're about to see Angel, who, not all, but I think many people would argue is more visually, viscerally disgusting than myself. Though granted, true, so that's a pretty low bar. I'm going to say she's wearing some fancy sweatpants. Presumably Nike is paying her to wear that so that she can inspire 0 to 18 people to purchase it because of that endorsement. Probably. But maybe she'll actually give us some proof for really articulate reasoning. Obviously not, but we'll hear what she has to say.
Yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA, our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
How did it affect you Saturday, trying to do your job, trying to play, and having this going on simultaneously?
Yeah, obviously it's tough, but I think I have a great support system. I'm loved by so many people. And obviously in the
Oh, she's serious? For a second, I thought she was doing stand-up comedy, in which case I would have given her kudos because that is a hilarious comment because, I mean, people only know of her because she's so insufferable, entitled. I mean, this is a person who complains she wasn't making enough money because she also spends like $7,000 a month on rent, which is one of the dumbest. I mean, talk about fiscal irresponsible. That's one of the most foolish things you can do. That's just ridiculous.
moment, it's hard to hear, but my support system is great. God has protected me in so many different ways. I've gone through so many different things in the past couple of years of my life, but I think just having this support and this love and being a part of an organization that really supports me and loves me is something that I couldn't imagine not being a part of.
What do you think the league's response, just coming out right away and getting that investigation going?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, they understand that this is the priority. Obviously, there's no place for this, and
Shouldn't the priority be making money, making a profit? Again, I mean, this is the worst business in history. Well, to be one of the worst businesses in history, the WNBA has never made a profit. And the NBA is, I don't know, I forget how much money they've wasted investing, quote unquote, in the WNBA, just burning through cash every single year. But they need to investigate something she can't articulate, but she says bad things are said.
They preach, I think 2 days before they put out no hate, no speech. And obviously the women in this league, they know that and know there's no space for that. And I believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come.
Except Caitlin Clark, they kind of a rivalry, although not really, because again, she can't play basketball, but Caitlin Clark can.
To work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at. So I think they've done a great job putting that out, and we're obviously just going to respond as they need to.
Now, again, she's becoming more viral. I'm not sure about the marketability if you were to give her as a brand ambassador, but I mean, her insufferability is so much so that we're actually talking about her. It sucks because now it's been burned into my brain. Now I actually have the displeasure of knowing 2 WNBA players, which is infinitely more than I've ever actually wanted. I mean, I'm a business nerd, but I don't need to know the players. I know that fiscally, the WNBA is a terrible, terrible, terrible investment that, again, has never made money. But besides that, I'm not really interested in it. But nevertheless, this went viral, got 4.2 million views and 23,000 likes, with one of the first comments coming from Amuse simply saying, "She lied," getting 393 likes. Enslaved One says, "Isn't being booed farther than an athlete? What is this bullshit?" Getting 2.2 thousand likes. Time to Shrug says Angel Smollett getting 627 likes. Wow. Peter Babinow got 4,000 likes for this one. He says, quote, hate to, what does he say, quote, hate to say it, but it's not to do with skin color, it's your personality. Her personality is just trash. People are judging you based on your character, the context of your character, and not the color of her skin. Getting 4,000 likes, which, yeah, I think so. Tripping over opponents, which, I guess I do that in the NBA too, but going above and beyond, being insufferable, entitled, talking smack, as youth might say. You also have Pertinent Thief saying, quote, the idea white people are hurling M-bombs from the stands is absurd. If it does happen, no one would be sitting around them, black or white, would sit there and let it happen. No white person wants anything to do with a guy who behaves that way, not even secretly. Getting 2.2 thousand likes. I guess he expands upon that. Saying close, saying, quote, were there no black people at the game? Question mark. Do they ignore such insults? Of course not. Getting 2.2 thousand likes. It's a good point. Again, the U.S. is such a racist, evil country. If you were to dare say the N-word, you lose your friends, your family, you lose your job, you lose any semblance of social standing in society, you'd be ostracized. And yet, apparently, she's claiming that they slung that word at her game, which, again, people would also have to attend the WNBA in order for that to happen, which is also, statistically speaking, pretty, not 0% odds, but pretty small of a percentage. Howie says, camera phones are everywhere. TV cameras are everywhere. No video or audio has emerged whatsoever. Getting 2.1 thousand likes. Yep. Russell Taylor says, quote, it's evident that the WNBA has decided to make news for teenage girl drama rather than good basketball. Getting 747 likes. I mean, you can't really blame them because they don't have good basketball. They can't even dunk. But they have good fundamentals, which hopefully someone remembers the Futurama joke there. George Bliss says, Reese took a big phony flop and acted ghetto. That's the truth, getting 516 likes. Tired of willful ignorance says, Angel Reese will forever be a perpetual victim. It's how Democrats raise their children today. Getting 498 likes. Also have Elvis Knievel? I was going to say a combination of two iconic men. Saying, quote, fatigue is becoming an exhaustion, getting 666 likes. Not a single there's no one sticking up for Mrs. Reese's in the comments here thus far. Let's see. Robert Madden says, quote, WTF, she's disgusting. I am with, what is this? David Portnoy. Caitlyn should start her own league of non-racist. It would surpass this absurd racist league in a year or two, getting 105 likes. I mean, probably. I mean, geez Louise, the WNBA is such a rudimentary, mediocre organization. To beat it, I mean, the bar is so low. Yeah, you probably could. If you had a couple good players and you had just a little bit of investment money, maybe. Now, 5 says, supporting me, clown. You pushed an opposing player in the back and then got fouled and acted like you were in the WWE. Game 562 likes. Bizarre World says, people booed a bitch. That's it. That's what happened. Getting 91 likes. Ray Maryland says, quote, because no matter what, it's about those bad white people. How many times do you have to see this play out? And everyone plays along, getting 434 likes. Kat Sadowski says, what happened? There's a clip. I'm so sorry. Should have done another visual disclaimer. We're going to watch a clip from the WNBA, which might be not dangerous in terms of I'll die, but it might be a risky thing to do on the show because I might just fall asleep while recording. It's a risk perhaps worth taking. We'll dive in together. Oh, no volume. Yeah, so Reese shoved a player. And she flopped like a fish. Maybe she got that from LeBron James. And again, a lot of basketball players do it. I'm surprised maybe they go to Hollywood for acting lessons. But yeah. So Reese fouled the player. Ref doesn't call it. Caitlin Clark goes and tries to block her. Just hits her arm. So Caitlin Clark, what is it? Hits the Reese's girl's arm. And flops like a fish. Oh my gosh. I didn't think it's possible. I just enjoyed a moment of the WNBA. Holy shit. I didn't think that would happen in my lifetime. And I'm not even inebriated. That did get 113 likes as well. We'll do one more. Building the Wall says, quote, well, there's this. And it's an MLK Jr. quote saying, quote, turns out we're being judged by the context of our character after all. And that got 148 likes. So we'll see if there's any evidence that anyone actually said anything that pejorative to her. Again, I'm pretty darn skeptical. It's possible. I would just argue it's highly improbable. And maybe, I don't know what I was going to say, maybe a conspiracy theory. Maybe she's acting like this, so it's so insufferable, it's moderately entertaining, and more people will watch the WNBA, and someday before I die, they will make a profit. I don't want to say the odds of that are 0, but let's say negligible. But let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.